That was a really good podcast. Really good.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
I just loved every part of it.
Yeah.
I loved when they were saying that problems come to be solved. I was
Yes.
like, if that's the way you see them, you handle them very differently as well.
I also really liked when they said to inspire others. If someone inspires someone, they will get motivated to do whatever they want to do. And I feel like that's happened to me a couple times through this quarantine.
Another great line that he was also saying was, there's two important things that happen in your life. It's when you're born and when you find what you always wanted to do.
I love that one. That was good.
The story that he told about seeing that video when he was little and suddenly something clicked and said, that's where I want to go. And all of a sudden the rest sort of makes sense. I feel like that was 6-year-old me watching Dr. Quinn. I'm like, that.
It's true. I mean, a lot of times you see something and you're just like, I want to do that. How can I get there?
Yeah, he said being disciplined, focused, and having the drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really like the story about the guy that he had to stand up to. Like, it's hard to stand up for yourself. I like how he worded it. He really handled that well, saying like, hey, we're on the same team. We need to work together. And now, you know, he's been inspired by this dude and pushed by him to do better. I've been in situations like that before, like, because I'm small and I look young and they don't take me seriously. And, you know, I was a manager and I had to be like, hey, look, I'm trying to help you. Can you help me help you? And it totally changes the game, like how you talk to them. And I like that story because it shows that, you know, A, be brave to stand up for yourself. B, talk to them in a way that it's not confrontational. It's like a conversation and you can get a good outcome out of it.
And you know, sometimes standing up for yourself is good because you don't want like people to take advantage.
I had to say for years that I couldn't stand up for myself. But especially this past 2 years, I've been really growing and evolving, and I started to stand up for myself, and I just feel more happy and more me.
Yeah, and I think it's also related to what he said about honoring and respecting your work by being there and being focused. I mean, like, it's part of that too, is that you don't let yourself get dismissed, like where you're not seeing it from the same angle.
Yeah.
Because once they did find the common ground, suddenly it
It's-
inspired them to push further. That was amazing.
Yeah. You don't always have to agree with everyone, but just the understanding, just be respectful.
And it made me think of the quote, just be yourself, because if you're going to be somebody else, you're going to be a second-rate version of somebody else.
Unique.
You better be a first-rate version of yourself.
Very good.
And it's also good to upskill yourself. So you don't do the same thing, but you do different things.
I thought it was interesting when he got to the National Ballet School and he realized that he wasn't even halfway. He had so much to learn. For some people, that's like intimidating and they quit. For him, it was the drive, like, okay, I'm doing this. Like that's when it clicked into place and it got exciting. I thought that was really interesting.
When he said you don't have to be perfect, you want to be the guy that makes everyone feel the dancing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That was good. Also, I can't walk in my neighborhood dressed like this. That cracked me up.
What I also loved was when you have an injury, it's not like it's the end of the world. Just keep doing what you're able to do at the moment. I'm a dancer, but I'm not professional, and I'm not the best, but it's my passion. And
there you go.
Watching this podcast was so inspiring, and I'm even more motivated. Even though I have an injury, I'm still dancing, and I'm still learning new ways to do it.
Yeah, I love that whole story about innovating
Exactly.
to create something new out of a situation that you could have interpreted as a barrier. He made it an opportunity, and I thought that's like what happened to all of us in 2020. I think.
Yeah.
To create possibility.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I love the enjoy the ride and enjoy the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole podcast was very inspiring
Yes.
and encouraging. I loved it.
There's so much in there. So even if you don't know the person or you don't relate to the life they're living, you can still relate to what they have to say. And that's something really awesome about this podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.